Hey y'all, welcome back to church. I'm at my house today, sitting in front of a she shed built for my wife. I pray today finds you well, and I pray you're doing well, and I pray you get a blessing from today's message, from today's word. Before I go any farther, I want to ask a prayer. Father God, I thank you. You bless us all the time. You're with us through everything, through every trial. You're with us in every blessing. You're with us all the time, Father. You never forsake us and you never leave us. Lord, I ask you to continue to strive with the children, though we may be stiff-necked, though we may be hard-headed, Father. I ask you to continue to strive with us, Father. Father, I ask you to bless your word today as I try to bring a message from you. I ask that you would allow that to be the case, Father. I ask you would open the ears and eyes and hearts, Father, that you would lead my word. Father, I thank you for all you're doing, and once again, Lord, I can't wait to see what you'll do next. But I thank you, Father, and I love you, and I ask this thing in Jesus' name. Amen. I've been thinking, what I've been thinking about right lately is perseverance, and that's a word I think we should all be constantly refreshing in our lives, and we need to not only keep it fresh in our lives, but we need to keep it in the forefront of our lives as we move through the world. We need to have an understanding that no matter what comes and no matter what happens, that we will persevere. In times like these, we need to know that God is with us, and we'll continue to strive, and we'll continue to grow. We'll continue to learn, and we'll continue to love, and we'll continue to mess up. And with God's help, we'll learn, and we won't repeat those mistakes again. And I say these things with a heavy heart because as I say them to you, we're in the midst of maybe one of the most trying times in my life. Seems as though we can't come together for much of anything. I wonder if we could get everybody to agree that kittens are cute or that ice cream is good. And I know that as I say that, somebody out there is saying, well, I'm allergic to kittens, and somebody else is saying, well, I'm lactose intolerant. But we can't agree on anything anyway. But I want to consider for a moment what we can do. And I've said biblically, it's a truth that we should do unto others as we'd have them do unto ourselves. And we should love one another as we love ourselves. It makes it pretty simple. But now I want to introduce perseverance into that. James 1:12 says, a man who endures trials is blessed, because when he passes the test, he'll receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him. I don't know exactly what that looks like in your life, but I understand that it's different for a lot of people. What you have to persevere through is going to change from life to life. If you're unjustly treated, then you continue to struggle for justice. If you're struggling to educate or lead or whatever it is that's your lot in life, then push on. In all of these things, though, make sure you're in keeping with what God would approve of. I believe trying to understand the character of God would go a long way to fixing our ails. If we understand better his character, I think it would affect our character and our behavior. So if I and you could combine all these things, then the world might really change. I'm going to ask you, if you're hearing me, to seek out righteousness in your life. I'm going to ask you to see the character of God and apply that to your life. Be tolerant of each other and talk more, and more importantly, listen more. I don't mean tolerate sin as I say tolerate there, but I mean tolerate each other's faults and each other's strength as well. Because as I persevere, I grow. I'm promised a crown of life, and I'll continue so long as I have to, because that's what my God asks and what my God expects. So I ask the same of you. Continue to persevere. Continue to call on God. Continue to live out his word in your life. Continue to love one another. Continue to study. Continue to examine God's character and try to apply that to your life. Continue to think, as I do, what would God do? Continue to think, if Jesus would approve of this in my life. Continue to think, are my actions something that's going to benefit, or are my actions something that's going to harm? And do all those things. And firstly, put your brother, your sister, your neighbor, put them ahead of yourself. Put them ahead of yourself. See what I might do to be a blessing to somebody, and not a hindrance, not a hurt. See what I might do to change the world. And again, I think the only way you and I can change the world is to start here. Start with me. Then change myself, change my house. Then change my community and my state and my world. But first it's got to be in me, and first it's got to be in you. Now we are a blessed people. Though Satan comes after us, we're still a blessed people. So we need to continue to strive, continue to work hard, continue to draw to God, continue to live out his character in our lives. We need to continue to do those things. Because as we do see success in that, the adversary sees us too, and he wants to stop it. And we can't allow that. So as the adversary comes, we don't fight harder. We love more. We love each other more. I pray you hear this message. I pray you hear it exactly as I meant it. I pray that you don't add to or take away from what I've said. I pray that you love one another. More importantly, I pray that you love God. I thank you for listening. I want to close with prayer. Father God, I thank you. I ask you for strength. I ask you for strength for myself, that I might persevere through these trying times. I ask you for strength so that those who are listening might persevere, that our country and the world might persevere. Father, I ask you to bless us in all that we're doing, Father. I ask you to order our steps and to lead and guide our path. Father, I ask you just to have your way with us. Father, I ask you to change in us what needs to be changed, and I ask you to bless what we're doing right, Father. I thank you again, Lord, and I can't wait to see what you'll do next. But Father, you are a mighty and gracious and a giving God, and I know you'll give mighty and gracious and big things. I thank you, Father. I love you, and I ask these things all in Jesus' name. Amen. I love you. I mean it, and I'll see you soon.